If you're a homeowner like me, in your 30s, 40s, possibly even your 50s, you probably follow your parents' advice. You buy a property, pay it off ASAP, and there's no need to worry about having a roof over your head. So we can focus on our careers, we work hard, save money, and then we should be able to retire very comfortably. Now, that was very sound advice, very well-meaning advice that worked very well for them. But three key changes that happened over the years made following this playbook very dangerous. Number one, housing prices. A BTO in a decent estate back then for our parents was about $90,000. But nowadays, to get a BTO in a decent estate, we're easily looking at about $600,000 or more. $400,000 back then could buy you a very nice 3-bedroom, possibly even a 4-bedroom apartment. But today, a 3-4-bedroom apartment easily will cost in excess of $2.5 million. Now, our salary didn't go up 6 times, but our housing cost definitely did. So this meant that we spent more cash, more CPF into paying for the installments of our houses, and that means that a lot of our wealth has gone into our homes. Number 2, cost of living. Back then, a plate of chicken rice would cost you about $1.50. Now you walk into any coffee shop, it's $4, $5 easily minimum. A humble cup of Kopi, my favorite, right, used to be 50 cents. Right now, any kopitiam is about 160, possibly even 180. And it's not just food costs that's gone up. Housing costs, as we mentioned earlier. Then we're also talking about transport costs, medical costs, educational costs. So now all these costs have actually accelerated since COVID as well. So this means that we are finding it harder to save money, to put money towards our future plans. And that kind of made quite a few of us asset rich but cash poor. But Dave, our parents also have this issue, right? They still did okay, right? That's true, but they didn't have to grapple with this third change. Number 3 is lease decay. Lease decay happens when the leasehold property ages, its lease shortens, and its value drops exponentially, and eventually becoming zero at the end of its lease. Now, when our parents retired, the properties were still relatively young. Lease decay was not even something that was discussed about, much less planned for. And because it was still young, it could still grow in value and was still an asset they could count on for retirement. But now, it's not uncommon for us to own properties that are 25, 30, 40 years old, or even more. Lease decay is real for us. The issue that our parents did not face is now something we cannot ignore. But Dave, sure or not, the government will give chance, one, right? Over the years, the government has slowly but surely confirmed that all 99 leasehold properties, whether it's HDB or private, will become zero once its leases runs out. They started by taking back some homes whose lease expired in Geylang. And recently, when they announced a withdrawal of the SIRS program or the Selective En bloc program for older HDBs. So that means that for us who are holding on to aging properties, especially those who are 25 years and older, the home that we have worked so hard to pay off, the asset that we intended to rely on for our retirement, will gradually lose its value as it gets older. I've seen this story played out over and over again in my course of work. Many hardworking families who thought they were doing the right thing by following the old playbook, finding out that despite all their hard work, their financial futures are not as secure as their parents because of these 3 changes. That's why the old playbook does not work anymore. And the sooner we realize it, the more time we have to fix it. The biggest danger now isn't about making a wrong move. It's about doing nothing if your home is slowly becoming a trap. In my next video, I'll show you exactly how to spot these traps, and importantly, how to get out of them if you're already in one. Thank you for watching, keep safe, and I'll see you in the next video.